Welcome to the next lesson in this module, where you'll learn how the files within an Android Studio project are organized. Android Studio projects have several different types of files that you'll have to learn how to interact with. The first set of files that we'll show you are Gradle files. Gradle files are the scripts that define how to compile and build your apps. We won't discuss these in much detail right now, but we'll show you where they are for the time being. A second major group of files within the Android project are the source code files. These are the Java source code files that define the logic of your application. The third major group of files we'll show you are the resource files. The resource files are files that your app makes use of while it is running, such as the user interface layout files that define what different screens of your app look like, any images that are included within your app, including the app's icon itself, and XML files containing values used by your app. One example XML file resource is called strings.xml. This file is where you put all the words displayed by your app. That way you can easily translate every word into a different language, and easily swap in and out which language should be used based on the user's language settings. After you've completed this lesson, you should have an understanding of how the files within your project are organized, where to look for specific file types, and how to edit those files. Now that we have a basic understanding of the Android Studio editors for both source code files and layout files, let us take a look at how Android Studio organizes our projects for us. Within the project view window here on the left, we will see a hierarchy of folders and some files. I will now explain to you some of these folders and files so that you will understand where they are located. I will minimize or close the Java file right now, and you will see that there exists two main sections of the project, app and Gradle scripts. Gradle scripts for now we will skip over. These are not relevant to your assignments for this course. The app portion is where your project's files exist. There are three main categories of files in the Android Studio project. Manifests, which are special XML files that describe how the Android platform should interact with your project. The Java files, which contain the source code and logic of our app, and the resources folder, abbreviated RES. The resources folder contains things such as images, user interface layout files, and other files that hold special values for us. Let us first examine briefly the manifest folder. The manifest folder will only contain a single file for all projects you work on for this course. That file is called androidmanifest.xml. This file defines how the Android platform on each user's device will interact with our app, but the specifics of this will be discussed later. The Java folder will contain two main groups of files. The first is the source code or logic files of your application. The other is test files. These test files help us verify that our source code files are bug and error free. The test files are easily identifiable because of the Android test here at the end. Within the main source code folder, we have our main activity.java. That's what we are currently looking at right here. The .java is left out inside the project view, but if you look at it up here, you will see the .java is included within the file name. We will skip the test code for now, but it goes inside this folder here. The resources folder, or shortened to RES, is where we store our user interface layout files, images, and other special files that our application makes use of. The layout files are in an aptly named folder called Layout. We only have a single layout file within our project right now, so only that one is listed. activity_main.xml. This is the layout file we viewed previously. One of the most important special files in this section is within the Values folder. This file is called strings.xml. This file is where the strings used within our app are stored as special XML values so they can be used easily throughout the rest of our project and when the app runs on a user's device. Now that you've completed this lesson, you should understand how the files within a project are organized, where to look for each type of file, and how to edit source code and resource files.